Are you handcuffed? Stop it! He lost sight of it! Christmas! The wraparound! It's over!
Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Flusher Sports Zone, and welcome back to Season 4, Episode 6 of the Powerskateshow. Back to our normal Wednesday time schedule, which is great. A lot of hockey news to get to this week. As per usual, we are deep in the off season, but hey, stuff keeps on happening, so we'll keep on bringing you the weekly programs. All right, let's introduce Alex, and we'll get the show on the road.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. What's up, guys? Yes, I'm too tired from my first day of school.
First day, hey, I've been in for a week. I don't want to hear it.
All right. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Powerskateshow Season 4, Episode 6. We will get a lot of topics that we will give this a round of applause. Some jerseys, some new jersey unveilings to talk about. And kick in preseason starting next week.
That is true.
And lots of everything to get into. But before, I want to make a clear statement for the upcoming Powerskateshow times and all that. Starting next week, we would have to go back to our old time 7:15 show start. So no 7 p.m. starts. We will do 7:15 p.m. starts. That's my statement. Alright, now let's get down to business! How about that? We got a good week for you guys. If you guys are bored, if you're upset with like school, if you're stressed out with anything, I get it. I understand. We'll make everything entertaining as possible. You guys have to follow the Powerskateshow. You know what? I'm actually gonna lower the goal. Let's get 1.45. No, let's get 1.35 followers by the regular season.
So only yes, 90 followers, people. We got to do it. Reshare the post, like the post, comment. We are very interactive on the Instas, so please. Yes. Message us. If you want to be on the show, message us. we respond to DMs daily.
Yeah, and we will further support you with instructions.
Yes.
So, but before we do it, before we get all the intros all squared off, we want to remember the Lokomotiv Yaroslavl plane crash that happened 10 years ago yesterday. This was pretty much devastating, as we all know. Couple of nostalgic players like Igor Korolev, Joseph Vasicek, Pavel Dimitra, like some of the nostalgic guys that we would want to give the nostalgia of the week to the Lokomotiv Yaroslavl, players who weren't in the NHL during our early time as hockey fans.
Yeah, just very unfortunate incident. Of course, the fact that it's already been 10 years just really sucks. But, may their souls rest in peace. Prayers to their families. And obviously, I'm sure an emotional day yesterday for a lot of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's jump into business. Like I said, you gotta follow the Powerskateshow for daily hockey news. You guys know the drill. And you gotta follow Flux's Sports Zone. If you do not follow Flux's Sports Zone, then we may get you prosecuted. Anyway,
nah, come on. We are just out here choosing violence today.
Alright. I'm just kidding. Let's get this dude to 2K. 2K before Christmas.
1.8. Making it to 1.8 by tomorrow. 1.8 by tomorrow sounds like a goal to me.
How about let's get him 2K before Christmas?
That's the goal.
Bingo.
Right there, baby.
And we're pretty much got everything all straightened out. Such as news goes. So yeah, might as well we can jump into Powerskate. Since we're all caught up with news. Let's get the show rolling. First topic: Sabres re-signed left wing Casey Milstead to a 3-year, $2.5 million. As I want to say, I believe that I should put a funny picture. Him struggling doing pull-ups at the NHL Scouting Combine.
Oh boy. Why would you do that?
Anyway, thoughts about the re-signing?
I mean, it makes sense. They got him for 3 years, coming off a 22-point season in 41 games last year. You can take a look at the plus-minus at -10. He's on the Sabres, so, I mean, who really cares about that? He's averaging 15 minutes a game. He's been a good third liner, could potentially be a second liner. I wouldn't even be surprised if he's a second liner now that Sam Reinhart's gone. It's a good contract. They aren't breaking the bank on him. Buffalo has a lot of salary cap, and they're using it wisely, which good for them. Usually they don't do that. So, props to the Sabres for actually making a couple of nice re-signings this week.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yes, Casey Milstead, good contract right out the gate. We know that he's been struggling point-wise. Yes, Buffalo. This is Buffalo. So I'll say good sign for a young player who's pretty much been struggling a little bit, but he's pretty much raising his production on a very mediocre team.
Maybe in 3 years he can get the contract elsewhere that'll get him out of there.
Yes. Next topic: Flyers re-signed left wing Joel Farabee to a 6-year, $5 million deal. Let's see. Yes, I don't have any questions, as you pretty much thought that would literally asking questions, but I only have one minor question. He's in his second season in the NHL, first full year in the NHL. He had a 20-goal season. I'll give him credit for that. He's an even rating.
I mean, it's a bit much, in my opinion.
I think it's too long of a contract for a guy who pretty much played in his second season and got his first career 20 goal season. If you were the GM, I would say give him a modern 3-year contract, 3 or 4 years, and keep it and hold the $5 million.
I would make sense. I mean, again, you take a look at the $30 million. Really, the $30 million isn't necessarily an overpayment. I mean, it's not really an underpayment either. I mean, I would give him roughly 22, 23 mil, somewhere in that range. But, if you want to sign him for 6 years, if anything, I think the length is concerning. And then obviously the length comes the money issue. You got to give someone like Joe Farabee a little 2-3 year deal first before you just throw him a 6-year deal. Now, I understand the guy's 21 and he already has registered 59 career points, 107 games. I get that he is pretty consistent in point production wise, but the issue is, again, the lack of experience could come back and haunt this contract 3 or 4 years down the road if he doesn't end up being that first-line right winger. We know the Flyers are looking for one. Obviously, getting rid of Jacob Voracek this offseason, you got to get someone on that first line to help out Konechny and Giroux or Couturier. Is Joe Farabee going to be that guy for this year? I think they're going to play him on the second line, which is a pretty big boost considering he was playing on the third and fourth line the majority of last year. So we'll see what happens. I'm not the Flyers GM, but I would have definitely gave it about 4 years, 20 mil roughly.
Yeah. All right, moving on. And we have to cue the nostalgia of the week. Mr. Tim Gleason.
I don't got my brass bonanza for this week, unfortunately. But we do play it in Tim Gleason's honor now, the assistant head coach of the Hurricanes. Carolina has something going on, which is bringing back players as their coaches. I mean, you have Rob Rendemore, who's the head coach. Now you have Tim Gleason as the assistant. I really wouldn't be surprised if the Hurricanes try to hire Cam Ward as a goalie coach a couple years down the road. Carolina, I guess, has that thing where they stay loyal to their players and apparently offer them coaching jobs a couple years after they retire, which is, I don't know what the case is there. But Tim Gleason, I know he just retired a couple years ago. I think he was the assistant in the AHL for a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. And
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure about that. But if he was, then that makes sense why they promoted him. If he wasn't, has absolutely zero head coaching experience, then this is probably something I would have never done in a million years. But, when it comes to hiring coaches, unless he's already had success in the pros coaching-wise, you put him in the minors ASAP because especially something like an assistant coach, he's the guy who manages when you call the timeouts. He's the guy who's going to, approve the line changes. You don't want him messing up, and you definitely don't want him inexperienced, especially since he just retired 2 or 3 years prior.
Yeah. All right, next. Carter Roney to the Red Wings, 1 year, $825 deal, $825,000 deal.
I mean,
Next.
okay deal. I mean, yeah, not great.
Yeah. He's like a extra forward. Yeah, moving on.
I'll probably make the Red Wings because, well, they're the Red
Sabres
Wings.
signed. Sabres re-signed defenseman Henry Jokiharju to a 3-year, $2.5 million deal. Good signing.
Jokiharju, I would have never guessed in a million years. By the way, he's a Finland native, so I like him more than your usual player because I like my Finland players.
The
But,
Torpedo.
Yes, sir. Laurie Korpikoski. I should be wearing that right now. He'll be our future nostalgia when he retires from pro hockey in a couple years. We promise. But anyway, listen, he's making, what was it, $2.4 million a year. That's really not that bad. I mean, 8 points in 46 games is kind of not good for that contract. But we still have to realize the fact that he's still 22 and he's still in a pretty garbage defensive system. Maybe he develops into a top 4 defenseman, a year or two down the road. And then this is when Buffalo eventually gives him like the 6 or 8 year contract after that. I think for right now, this is a fine contract. Not an overpayment, not an underpayment either. It's just Buffalo's re-signed one of their better-ish players, just hoping he'll develop. I mean, again, 22 years old. They paid a premium to get him from the Blackhawks. I think he was actually included in the Alex Nylander trade, if I'm not mistaken, which, by the way, Buffalo could absolutely win that trade if this guy pans out. So, we'll see what happens.
All right, next one. We have to give another round of applause for a great decision that we've been waiting for a long, long time. NHL's going back to the Olympics.
So happy. 2014 Olympics was insane. 2010 Olympics was insane, and I can't tell you about any other Olympics before those 2 years. But I will tell you this. The golden goal, one of the most iconic goals in all of hockey. And 2014, who could forget TJ Oshie?
Yes!
Attempt after attempt after attempt in the shootout. USA defeats Russia in like a 12-round shootout. Incredible stuff.
Yeah. Can we bring the hashtag get Corpedo to Finland?
He might be actually on the fourth line. Who knows? He was the last time. How many points did Laurie Korpikoski? Hold on, we gotta look this up. This is very important information here. Laurie Korpikoski, what did he do in the Olympics last year, or 2014? He probably played like 5 games, didn't even register a point.
What did the Corpedo get?
What did the Corpedo get? Okay, Team Finland, I know this. He was born in 86, knew that. Let's see here. An ad's popping up. That's not great. Okay, you earned the bronze medal. That's cool.
He had 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points for 6 games.
About to say they weren't giving me his stats, but 4 points in 6 games for a guy who's on like the fourth line his entire career. That's cash. He can wear his jersey with pride now. He does well in the Olympics, apparently. Bring him back to the Olympics. He's still playing, by the way, in the SHL.
Oh.
Bring him back. He switched. Never mind. Now he's playing in the Liga. He was playing in the SHL. Now he's playing in the Liga with HCTPS. The more you know. I'm a Laurie Korpikoski enthusiast, by the way. If you need any information about him, come to me.
Push for compete.
He's 35. I mean, his career's over.
But we gotta do hashtag push for Kaprizov.
No, we gotta do a hashtag push for Capito. I like that much better. Get him on the Bruins fourth line so I can actually buy his jersey.
Good, yeah. Good luck with that.
No,
Senators re-signed Drake Batherson to a 6-year, $4.75 million. The year length is too long, but one thing that I understand is that the Ottawa is about to be a fantastic team.
I'm sorry, did you just call the third best prospect in hockey saying that 6 years is too much? What? Dude, they should give him 8 years. This was one of those few times where I wouldn't have complained about an 8-year contract. And, I mean, it's not an underpayment either. They're paying him roughly $30 million, which is exactly what he should be getting overall. But no, this is a perfect contract. Again, Ottawa, just like Buffalo, is way too much salary. They got to use some of it. And why not re-sign your soon-to-be Erik Karlsson replacement? I know, Sanders, you had crappy defensemen for a couple years now, but this guy he will be the replacement for Erik Karlsson. I know it came 3 years late, is what is there. But Drake Batherson will become that next defenseman.
No, he's a right wing.
Right wing? What? Why did I think he was a defenseman? Am I going?
Do you meant Sanderson or Bernard Doctor?
I probably was thinking of Jake Sanderson. I don't know why I thought Batterson was a defenseman for a sec, but regardless, he's still great. 34 points in 56 games. I was gonna call him the next Cale Makar, but Alex stopped me. Thank goodness. This guy is the next, Bergeron. Whatever. We're going with it.
All right, cool.
We got to make up for it somehow.
Yeah. Red Wings re-signed defenseman Philip Hronek to a 6-year, $4.4 million. Good contract for a top 2 defenseman with Detroit.
I guess I could cover myself and say Batherson would be the face of the franchise like Carlson was. So
Yeah.
save myself. All right, but anyway, Philip. Now I know for a fact, is a defenseman, and it's honestly an okay deal. I mean, Detroit, just kind of like Ottawa and Buffalo right now, just re-signing their solid young players. They're good.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Regarding nostalgia of the weeks, Matt Bartkowski and Brian Boyle.
I'm clapping for the guy on the right because Brian Boyle is a legend, but Matt Bartkowski.
What about
Matt Bartkowski, the guy who was supposed to be Grizzlick before Matt Grizzlick even entered junior hockey? I like him, and he was even worse on the Canucks somehow. Penguins, don't sign him. You can sign Brian Boyle. Brian Boyle would be pretty good, especially since Pittsburgh, is most likely going to make the playoffs. Great depth piece for the playoffs. I like the Brian Boyle idea. Matt Bartkowski idea, I absolutely despise it. I know, you lost Cody Ceci and a couple other players, and you're still stuck with Chris Letang's back contract, but Matt Bartkowski isn't your answer. I think you could certainly have a I thought Pittsburgh was going to be in the Ryan Suter sweepstakes. I guess they didn't want to pay him, which is all right because Dallas did kind of slightly overpay him. I know PK Subban trade rumors have been floating around. Maybe he lands with the Penguins. I don't know. All I can say is that, I mean, you can get Adam Party out of retirement for all I care.
Oh!
Don't get Matt Bartkowski. And coming up with all the random nostalgias today. Adam Party, Lord Korpikoski, we're on a roll.
All right.
When's the Dwayne Rolson comment coming up?
Oh!
I guess I just made one. There we go.
All right, next. We got some jerseys to talk about. The Minnesota Wild. Would you like to explain?
I would love to explain. This does not look good. I have to be completely honest with you. This gives me nothing but Christmas vibes. This is the scheme I put on my cookies I sent to my neighbor, not wearing it as a professional hockey jersey. Listen, I get what they're doing. Oh, you want to put the state of Michigan on there along
Not
with
Minnesota.
Minnesota, rather. Oh, Michigan, Minnesota, same deal. I don't care. You got the MPLS. Okay, St. Paul, fine. But listen, the flying to target peel, which again makes sense why they made this jersey, but at the same time, it don't look good. I like their stadium jerseys from 2017 when they beat the Blackhawks. I think
It was 16.
look better.
How about the reverse retro? How about the reverse retro?
retros? Go back to the early 2010 red jerseys. I mean, really, anything is better than what they did here. Minnesota has a cool idea. They could have made like an all-green jersey, but they just decided to cooperate the white and the red, and it just doesn't fit at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I honestly have to pull this a W because I like how the Wild are putting their city location, St. Paul and Minneapolis, where they're gonna play at Target Field. So I think like a Target Field and XL Energy Center, location and the Minnesota abbreviation around the middle. I think this is a good honor for their state.
I mean, it's a good honor for the state, obviously, but I'm just saying I felt they could have done better creating the actual jersey. But the premises around it's 10 out of 10. But the jersey look, I'd have to give it like a 3.
Yeah. All right, moving on. And time to play Browns Bonanza! No, I'm done.
All right. We got to avoid the copyright strikes here.
Kotkaniemi is a Carolina Hurricane.
Yeah, we knew Montreal was going to pay him $6.1 million. There was no way they were going to do it. And honestly, for Carolina, that is a steep overpayment. But if he develops this year and if you re-sign him next year, it may not be all so bad. But yeah, I really can't say that this was a great contract. It wasn't bad, but, you know, is what it is. 6.1 mil. Montreal does get first and a third out of it. Again, that is a lot of draft capital to give up. But if you're Carolina and you're in your playoff push, there we go.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Coyotes trade center Christian Dvorak to the Montreal Canadiens for a 2020 conditional first-round pick from Carolina and a 2024 third-round pick.
And here is the Kotkaniemi replacement. You get draft capital. You trade away some draft capital just to get a more experienced version of Kotkaniemi. Montreal was thinking smart. They don't have to overpay Dvorak in free agency in a couple of years, where they 100% would have had to overpay Kotkaniemi to keep him around. I'll put him on the same line as Mike Hoffman. You have good wingers. Good job, Montreal. You know, I thought Montreal was going to panic. They were going to make all these splash moves and stuff after making the finals last year. Now they're actually approaching this offseason very smartly. And they know that Carey Price is going to be out a bit. They know Shea Weber is going to be out a bit, but they aren't panicking. And good for Montreal. They're actually making smart moves here. Sure, you lose Kotkaniemi. What do? You bring in someone like Christian Dvorak.
Yeah, I heard rumors that Tomas Hertl would be the front runner of the replacement of Kotkaniemi.
I don't know if the Sharks are willing to part with Hertl yet.
But I think this is a good, solid replacement for Kotkaniemi for Dvorak.
Yeah.
All right, next. The Rangers re-signed defenseman Libor Hayek to a one-year, two-way deal. I have questions about the two-way deal. You do realize that he played a full season with the Rangers.
I realized he played full season with the Rangers, and I also realized I probably shouldn't have even re-signed him in the first place, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, listen, they lost Jack Johnson, which honestly, good for them, because he obviously didn't do much. But, you know, he's a young defenseman. I guess you really don't know what he has in story. He's only been in the league for a couple of years, I think, but it is what it is. You know, not a great player, not a bad player. You want to re-sign him to a two-year deal? I think the two-way deal's fine. One way would have been fine as well. I think just leaving him in free agency until an injury happened, I think that also would have been fine. So, Rangers really had three things they could have done, and they did probably the safest idea and give him a two-year deal, or two-way deal, rather.
Yeah. Next. And we're going to play Sad Brass Bonanza.
Sad Brass Bonanza for Jake Gardner.
Jake Gardner will undergo hip and back surgery, and the Hurricanes will place him in his $4.05 million contract on LTIR.
That's unfortunate. Jake Gardner, guy who had a lot of potential back in the day when he was with the Maple Leafs. He's, he ended up being a pretty, solid veteran, and obviously I don't think he's going to retire within the next few years. But Jake Gardner's still pretty good. Unfortunately, this injury is going to set him back a lot, as Jake Gardner, he wasn't even playing full-time with the Hurricanes last year, honestly. He is 31, and I think that is a worry factor. He had 8 assists last year in 26 games, which I guess for a third-pairing defenseman isn't exactly horrible. But I gotta be real with you. Yeah, he hasn't touched anywhere near his Maple Leaf statistics since joining the Hurricanes last year, where he had 24 points in 68 games and then 8 points again in 26 games this year. I think this could very well be the end of Jake Gardner. He could potentially be signing in the European League within a year or two. Carolina's defense is just so stacked. And I know they traded away guys like Jake Bean, but they still have a good defensive prospect pool. So Gardner with this injury, that really may put a nail into the coffin, at least with his time with the Hurricanes. Again, I think he is a capable NHL defenseman who could definitely play elsewhere. But Carolina, I don't know. I mean, again, I could see young teams like Detroit or Buffalo maybe picking him up, but other than that, I think his time in the NHL is really running short.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Jake Gardner. He's been a solid defenseman for the Maple Leafs. Point wise, when he went to Carolina has been dropped. 24 points in his first year. He only had 4 points in a shortened season. 2021. No goals, 4 assists, 23 games. It's just that I think his time in Carolina may be cut short because of this injury, or maybe he should be go to a contending team to see where how well he's gonna last, and if not, he's pretty much gonna be at a mediocre team like Detroit or San Jose.
Oh yeah, San Jose, a team who could use defense.
All right, moving on. Oh, got that. Speaking of Ottawa, Pierre Dorion signed the 4-year and a club option to end the contract after the 2025-26. So basically, his actual contract ends in 2024-25. But he was eligible to make the club option for another year. So, Pierre Dorion and Eugene Melnyk back at it again, boys.
Well, Dorian is fine. He's actually done nothing but help Ottawa through the process of the rebuild. I really don't want to go on a rant about Eugene Melnyk because I feel like every other week I go on a rant about Eugene Melnyk about how cheap and stingy he is. Worst owner in hockey without a question. But that is neither here nor there. But again, Ottawa, they made smart moves this offseason. They re-signed Batherson to a reasonable contract. They are trying to get a deal done with Brady Tkachuk. They are actually doing stuff that is making them look good. They are trying to get Shabbat back full time. They've already made a couple other re-signings this year. They've been very avid in free agency. I'm trying to think of who the Senators, who was a big name the Senators picked up in free agency this year. Trying to think up the top of my head. I can't really think of one, but again, they don't have to do much. They're just doing everything fine. There's still obviously players they could snag up, like they have Ryan Dzingel.
Dzingel is in Arizona.
Well, he was in Arizona.
Never mind. I was about to say Nick Colin, but no.
No, never mind. Looking at what am I looking at here? 2021 free agent. Oh. That's right, Dzingel's in Arizona, but yeah.
Who did they get?
They've just been doing smart stuff. So Ottawa, the rebuild's near its end, which is good. And again, they have a great prospect pool, so no need to panic there. Oh, they re-signed the goalie last week. Yeah, he was Gustafson. He's been pretty good too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Next topic. Seattle Kraken signed defenseman Dennis Cholowski to a 1-year, $900,000 deal.
Obviously the money's fine. The contract itself is fine. He has been good, though. This is This is the contract you pay a borderline AHLer, and this is unfortunate because, remember, he was a first-round pick back in the day. Unfortunately for him, stuff has not panned out. Only 27 points, 104 games. And I think he's more of a physical defenseman, if anything. And obviously, Detroit tried to draft him to be more of an offensive skilled defenseman, which kind of stinks. But, the Kraken, I mean, they could use anyone right now. And re-signing, their expansion picks, it makes sense. And, this contract definitely does make sense. I mean, again, the player's not great, but neither is the contract. You're paying a shutdown defenseman on the third line for under $1 million. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see how Cholowski's going to turn out in Seattle. I think he's going to do all right, becoming like a second and third line defenseman. Per Jimmy Murphy, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins are taking a look on Devils defenseman PK Subban for a trade acquisition.
Subban ain't getting traded anywhere, by the way. I just want to make that clear. He ain't getting traded nowhere. Once his contract expires with New Jersey, he's going to either go back to Nashville or sign a deal with a team who is in cup contention, like teams like the Lightning, like the Islanders, maybe the Bruins and Maple Leafs. I could see the Penguins being another landing spot. Subban ain't getting traded, but he is going to sign elsewhere for a 1 or 2 year deal. And basically, at this point for Subban, you just have to try to prevent being the Wayne Simmons for defensemen, pretty much. Like, you just got to hope that your level can at least stay good up until your mid-30s before you just fall off a cliff statistically.
Yeah, like Subban pretty much been on a downfall since he went to New Jersey. He's pretty much a celebrity. Like, I think that's why he's going down a ton of bricks, pretty much. Probably go to a team that needs defense. I think Toronto is the front runner for Boston over Boston.
Oh yeah, for sure. Boston, they don't need him right now. Maple Leafs don't really need him either, but they could use him more.
We got a nostalgia of the week, pretty much. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Kessler, 2011 Frank J. Selke Trophy winner. Will be an assistant coach for the United States Development Program U18 team.
I don't like Ryan Kessler. As a player, as a person, I can't stand him. So, congrats on him, but I have no say in this really because, and plus it's a youth team, so I don't really know if this will transfer into becoming an NHL assistant anytime soon either.
Next, we're getting some Today news. Flames re-signed defenseman Carl Mackey to a 2-year, $912,000 deal.
That's fine. Not overpayment, not an underpayment. This is, again, just a safe contract. Coming off his rookie year, he actually had 3 points in 6 games. So, it's worthy of at least giving him another year or two. It is a 2-year deal. Is it two-way? If it's not two-way, I think it's 2-year. If it's not two-way, I think that's a bit surprising. But we'll see what Mackey can do. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine if he starts game 1 for the Flames. Just plop him on the third line, slowly develop him. The guy's 24, so no need to rush him. Of course, still got a lot of time to reveal his potential. So, good signing for the Flames.
And speaking of Calgary, Flames signed center Brad Richardson to a 1-year, $800,000 deal.
I mean, Brad Richardson, 36 years old. Of course, playing on the Predators last year, where he had 4 points in 17 games. I gotta be real with you. I thought this guy would have been playing in Europe by now. And by now, I mean like 3 or 4 years ago. Brad Richardson hasn't impressed me at all since the days when he was on the Canucks. And then he did have that. Actually, I lied. I can't take that back. He had that one good year with Arizona back in 2016 where he had 31 points. But this guy he is either the fourth liner, an AHLer, or a KHLer. And honestly, the fact that he's actually staying in the NHL is, I mean, good for him. But at the same time, I really feel the Flames aren't going to really use him. I feel he could very well be a taxi squad player. Or they'll just plop him on the fourth line and he'll get like no more than 10 points.
Yeah.
Might as well try a guy in the minors at that point.
Yeah. Penguins center Sidney Crosby will miss a minimum of 6 weeks due to undergo wrist surgery and will also be at training camp. Time to slander some Pens fans at my school tomorrow.
Well, Crosby's hurt. He's been injury prone since like 2014. So
No, 2011 since he had that concussion
2011
at the Winter
yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, he did have that scary injury, and he's just been injury riddled. And yeah, Crosby could retire tomorrow and be a Hall of Famer, but I think we have to realize that Crosby isn't even a top 3 player in the league anymore. Yeah. Injuries have caught up to him. I'm sorry. He's not the best no more.
Yeah. All right. Charlotte Checkers alternate jersey, W or L?
Oh, this is a massive W. What the heck? I didn't even see this. This is an incredible jersey. Wow. I mean, no way an NHL team could pull that off, but AHL, they can get a little wonky with their jerseys. That's a good jersey.
Yeah, I think this is a W. I like that the fade red. That's tackling the black and the logo. I think this is a good, solid, sharp jersey to wear on ice.
Oh yeah, that's gonna look even better when they're on the ice.
Yeah. And one more, nostalgia, Artem Anisimov, PTO with Colorado.
Colorado don't really need him. Kind of the same deal as the Brad Richardson stance in Calgary. I mean, if you sign him, it don't hurt you. If you don't sign him, it doesn't hurt you either. It's just a small little contract. They'll probably get the same exact contract, 1 year, $800,000. Take it from there. Again, I'll probably play at least 30 games next year, I would assume, and register like 15 points if Colorado's lucky.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's gonna wrap up for the topics, and now it's time to complete our season previews. That's right, guys. We're gonna finish off the season previews, and then that's pretty much it. So, gonna finish the last 16 teams, and then we'll take it from there. So we're gonna start with Nashville playing a game which is called MVP, Breakout, Best Ad, and X Factor. So yeah, might as well we get into it. Nashville MVP. I'm gonna say this is a surprise for MVP. UC Soros.
I mean, it's not really a surprise. I mean, all he has to do is win like 30 games next year, and you could very well be the Predators MVP. I'm just going to go with the safe bet and say Roman Josi, though.
Yeah. Breakout? I'm going to say Dante Fabro.
For my breakout, I'm going to go with Cody Glass.
Interesting. New scenery? Oh, I can see that. X Factor. This is pretty much an obvious one. Ryan Johansson.
Oh, for me, it's Philip Forsberg.
Best ad? Cody Glass.
I think I could say Cody Glass as well. I'm trying to see if I can change it to anyone else, but I don't think I can. I mean, maybe David Ritchie if he, wins at least half of his starts next year. But nah, I'll go with Cody Glass as well.
Yeah. All right. Next up, going to the Devils. All right, and MVP will be
Not Jack Hughes, by the way.
Nico Hischier.
There we go. Nico, he should definitely win MVP.
A breakout year. I'm actually gonna go with Michael McLeod.
Coming off that new contract. Me for breakout. There's a couple players I could go with here, but I'm going to go with Saro Janovic. Good young
Igor
one.
Igor Sharangovich.
Saraganovic. I thought it was Saraganovic. Yeah, no.
It's Sharangovich.
Whatever.
X Factor Subban.
X Factor is not Subban. X Factor goes to another person on that defense, and that is none other than Dougie Hamilton.
Best ad best ad.
Well, that shot would go to Hamilton too.
Yeah, Hamilton. Now the Mighty Islanders. Alright, MVP Matt Barzal. Come on.
I mean, it's gonna be Barzal. Is he gonna have more? Is he gonna have a career high in goals over DeBrusk yet? I'm waiting, Islanders fans. Y'all are saying Barzal's better than DeBrusk, but DeBrusk has a higher goal season, so.
Mm-hmm. Breakout year. I'm gonna go with Oliver Wahlstrom.
Yeah, Wahlstrom makes sense. I'm really trying to see. No one else on the Islanders really would break out anyway, other than I guess Sorokin, but he already kind of did. So I'm gonna say, yeah.
X Factor. I'm gonna say Matt Martin. Should I?
No, you shouldn't. I'm gonna say Ryan Pulock though.
Ryan Pulock. Oh yeah. And best ad, I'll say. Not Pellich.
No. Most certainly not. That was probably the worst contract this entire offseason.
Best ad, I'll say Beauvillier.
I was about to say the Beauvillier contract was very cheap for what it should have been, so I'll say Beauvillier as well.
Yeah. Alright, Rangers. Oh, yeah. Alright, MVP. I'm thinking Panarin.
That's going to be Breadman all day.
Mm-hmm. Breakout year. I'm going to say Lafreniere.
It should be Lafreniere, man. I want it to be Lafreniere. There's no one really on the Rangers like a breakout either. Well, I shouldn't say that. But, yeah. Gotta be Kako though. Oh, you could choose either or. You could choose either or between Lafreniere or Kako.
X Factor,
If you don't say this one individual, I swear.
X Factor, I'm actually.
You're not gonna say
This is gonna be too soon to say this, but I'm thinking like Georgiev.
What? It's Adam Fox, and it's not even close. I mean, you could say Sabinajad, but it's Adam Fox.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna go to Ottawa Senators. MVP.
The man who just got re-signed.
I'll say this. Oh, I was about to say Shabbat.
Shabbat makes sense too. That's okay. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I'll say Shabbat for
It's not like
MVP.
choosing Doriev over Fox or Zibanejad.
Alright, who's your MVP? Batherson.
Yeah, Batherson.
Breakout. I'm actually gonna say Eric Brandstrom.
Rexstrom makes sense. I mean, certainly not a bad pick. I mean, I'm trying to see who else it could be. And honestly, yeah, I'll go with Eric Brandstrom as well.
Alright, X Factor. I'm gonna say Matt Murray.
For me, not gonna be Matt Murray. I'm gonna go with Kachuk. I think you gotta go with Kachuk.
Best ad Batherson.
Yeah, definitely re-signing Batherson.
Now Philadelphia. MVP Couturier.
MVP, you want to know what? I got, there's probably 3 or 4 other players I could probably give it to, but I'm going to go with the man who I predict will be top 5 in save percentage this year. That's right, Martin Jones. Kidding. Obviously, Carter Hart.
Kinda hot.
Obviously, kinda hot.
Alright, Breakout? You know what? I know that he already had a almost a 20-goal year, but unfortunately been out of the season. I'm gonna say Lindblom because I think he should get a 20-goal season this year, 20 or 25-goal season.
That'd be awesome if Lindblom did that. I hope he does. So, sure. I'll say Lindblom too.
Yeah. X Factor. Kinda hot. He's been horrible last year, but kinda hot.
I'll go with Provorov for my X Factor.
Oof, yeah. Best ad?
Obviously, the Couturier contract.
Probably or Atkinson.
Or Ryan Ellis. I don't know. The Flyers are being smart.
Oh, yeah.
Or Martin Jones, because, well, Martin Jones.
The Mighty Penguins. MVP. I'm gonna pull off a miracle. Yeah, I'm gonna say Brian Rust because here's what I think Brian Rust can pull it off like a 50 point year.
You could have just said Gunzel, and I wouldn't have given you any crap. But Brian, that's bad. Rust, he'll get 35 points. That's my projection. He'll get over 35, maybe between the 30 to 45 range. So your reasoning isn't exactly horrible, but I'm just gonna go with Jake Gunzel just because he's more proven, I feel, than Brendan Rust.
Yeah. Breakout. I am gonna go with Teddy Bluger.
That's not a bad one. For my breakout, Luger's a good one, but I think I'm going to go with... I want to go with a defenseman, but John Marino's already kind of...
Yeah, Marino's broken down his rookie year.
We'll go with Bolger as well.
X Factor. I am going to say Malkin.
X Factor is not going to be Malkin because he's going to be injured the majority of the year. I'm going to go with my X Factor. You know what? Jeff Carter. Because if Pittsburgh makes the playoffs, that's when he's going to wake up. He is I guess, the new David Krejci now that Krejci's in
KHL.
the KHL.
No,
So.
not
Well, not
KHL. Czech
the KHL,
Republic.
the Czech Republic. Yeah.
Yeah. Best ad. Brock McGinn. I hate to say him again. Well, I'm pretty much gonna slander McGinn all season long. So.
I mean, who did Pittsburgh even acquire? This roster is literally the same as last year's. Didn't Zach Austin Reese get re-signed? Zach Austin Reese, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we're gonna go to San Jose. MVP. I am gonna go with Timo Meyer.
For me, let's see. Hurdle.
Breakout. I'm gonna say Dylan Gambrell.
That would make sense. For my breakout, I'm gonna go with Mario Ferrero.
Interesting. X Factor is Evander Kane. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, X Factor is he's getting out of the league in a month.
Alright. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Brent Burns should be my X Factor.
I'll go with Burns as well.
Yeah. Best ad, I'm gonna say Cogliano. I think Cogliano.
Cogliano? What? Why not Benino?
Benino. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Ironically, that game was against the Sharks.
Alright, now Seattle. MVP. You know what? I'm gonna say Grubauer. Grubauer, please. You got the Vezina. Well, you were in the Vezina finalist, but please make it happen. You will be the next Marc-Andre Fleury in Vegas, and I will praise you.
I literally didn't realize how bad the Kraken's roster was until right this second. Yeah, MVP is definitely going to Grubauer. The only other person I could maybe give it to is Eberle. That's about that.
Breakout. There's not much to choose from.
There is not. Breakout for me, Wenberg.
I'm gonna say Geeky.
Morgan Ginky. I'll go with Wenberg.
Yeah. X Factor. Who could it be? I'm gonna say. Again, there's not much to choose from.
I'll just say Schwartz.
Donskoy.
Schwartz could be good.
I'm gonna say Donskoy.
Oh, Donskoy, yeah, that makes sense.
And best ad, the whole team.
The whole team, but the thing that I guess maybe the most impressive, so I kind of just say like their best acquisition, which would probably be Eberle, but I must say this. I must say someone that actually have already signed to an extension. And that is actually Adam Larson. Why not? We'll go with him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he's 28. He's still... Oh, Vince Dunn, actually. No. That Vince Dunn contract was on the money. I'll go with Vince Dunn.
Between Dunn or Grubauer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did sign Grubauer, too. That would...
Speaking of Vince Dunn, going to his team, the St. Louis Blues. All right, MVP, gotta go with Ryan O'Reilly.
Yep, that's a no-brainer.
Breakout year, I'm gonna say Robert Thomas.
For me, I'm gonna go with Ivan Barbashev, if he can stay healthy.
Where's Barbashev?
49.
Where did he go?
Barbashev, you've already scrolled like way past him.
Where are you, Barbershop?
Whoa, he's
Oh,
second
there he
last
is.
one.
There he is. There he is. There he is. X Factor Tarasenko.
Yeah, that is one heck of an X factor.
Yeah. Best ad, I'm gonna say Pavel Buchnevich.
Yeah, I'll say Buchnevich as well. Obviously, worst was the Parenko contract. We had the displeasure of questioning last week.
All right. Now the 3-time and back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
MVP, you gotta go with Braden Point.
With MVP, Kucherov.
Yeah.
You can go with point two.
Yeah.
You can choose between either or.
Breakouts, I'm gonna say Ross Colton.
My breakout, yeah, Cole makes sense because he obviously had the
Stanley Cup
winning goal, and he also got the 2-year extension. Yeah, that's probably a safe choice.
X Factor, I'm actually gonna say Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, you could definitely say McDonough. For this one though, I'm actually gonna go with Cirelli. That's kind of a meh choice, but why not? We'll go with it.
Best
Actually,
ad,
no. Point. Actually, Cirelli is the X Factor. The Braden Point contract is the ad. There we go.
yeah, best ad, yeah. Same. Next up, going to 1967 Stanley Cup champion Toronto Maple Leafs.
We could take the rest of eternity doing this, and they still would not make it past the first round. Are the Jets getting still yet? They're not, by the way. And I can't wait. We got the regular Atlantic Divisions yak. Oh, the Bruins can go back to beating them. Oh, so happy. So happy.
Marner be the MVP.
Matthews will be the MVP.
Breakout, I'm gonna go with Peter Engvall.
For my breakout, I'll go with. What is there even to go with here? Rasmus Sandin. He'll be the breakout.
Yeah. X Factor Matthews.
Yeah, I guess for this one, I'll just flip flop and say Marner.
All right, and best ad, I'm gonna say Nick Ritchie. I'll say Ritchie.
I'll say Mrazek. You can get split time with Jack Campbell.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. And before we get to the Vancouver Canucks, we got some sad news for the Canucks. The scout for the Vancouver Canucks, Patrick Johnson, passed away, and he's also the agent with Nils Hoglander.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
So, passed away at age 51 after a bout with prostate cancer.
Well, that sucks.
Alright, now let's get to Vancouver. MVP, I'm going to go with Pedersen.
You gotta go with get Brock Besser off the trading block. I know it's old.
Oh, yeah. Do
But,
not bring him up on the news.
Season 1 memes are coming back. Rapid speed.
Alright, breakout, I'm gonna say Oli Ulevi.
Breakout. Levy's not a bad choice. Yeah, we'll go with him.
X Factor, I'm gonna say Tyler Myers. Oh, did I make a mistake?
You made a ginormous mistake. Bo Horvat exists.
Oh my god. Alright, anyway, best ad, I'll say Jason Dickinson.
Yeah, that was mine too. I mean, it was a better contract than what they gave Tucker Pullman. And obviously, Halak's not going to get much playing time. Granlund, though? Ooh, actually. I'll go with Connor Granlund. Because he's just an overall better player than Dickinson.
Viva Las Vegas! Sorry, the Golden Knights. MVP. I am gonna say Mark Stone.
I would say Mark Stone, but since he's injured, I won't, and I will say Alex Pietrangelo.
Breakout, I'm gonna say Zach Whitecloud.
Cloud had a pretty good playoffs. Wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Nicholas Waugh, another player who had a great postseason. Give me Waugh.
X Factor, Leonard. Leonard, this is your team now.
Robin Leonard, the biggest crybaby on Twitter. I mean, yeah, he very well could be. I ain't gonna argue, but Robin Leonard just needs to shush on Twitter, bro. Blabbing his mouth away like there's no tomorrow. Like, man. Focus. Right. Don't be going on Twitter rambling on about random stuff because a lot of us do not care, for the record.
Best ad, I'll say Matthias Janmark.
Best ad for me, I'll say Janmark's certainly not a bad pick in this situation. Honestly, it probably is.
All right, here comes my. Wait. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I'll save the Capitals for last.
Oh, we're saving the Capitals for last? Okay.
All right, MVP for the Jets, I'm going to say Kyle Connor.
I was thinking Kyle Connor as well, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Breakout, I'm going to say Logan Stanley.
That's a good breakout. And really, I don't think I'm going to change that one either. I think you could potentially say, Pierre-Luc Dubois is already developed. Yeah, I'll go with you.
X Factor, I'm going to say Scheifele.
I'll say Blake Wheeler.
Best ad, I'm going to say Brendan Dillon.
Because of course you would. The best ad is, without a question, the re-signing of Andrew Kopp. Like, they need him for their second line.
All right, here comes my team.
Oh boy, here come the Capitals. And by the way, Ovechkin is not my biggest ad. Just for the record, I think that contract is awful.
Yes. Woo! Right, who should I get for MVP? Alright, now I will not be high about anything. The MVP is John Carlson.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, we're 1 for 1.
Breakout? I'm actually gonna say Daniel Sprong.
I was thinking Daniel Sprong. I think my breakout will go to.
Do not mess it up.
I mean, Sprong is like the youngest
Good.
roster, so
That's your answer.
I kind of have no choice but to go with them because everyone else is like 26 or older. So, well, besides Samsonov and Vanacek, but no, I'm not saying either of those two.
X Factor, I'm gonna go with 2. You should know who it is. The Coke Kuznetsov.
Oh God!
And
he's not. He's nothing but a dude should be suspended.
And Ilya Sleepanov Samsonov.
Oh, God, yes, 0 for 2. It's CJ Oshie, buddy.
How should I know? Best ad.
Nothing. Washington did absolutely nothing but fail this offseason.
Joke.
Oh, God, no. It can't be Vanacek. Actually, it might be, because what else did Washington do?
Let me guess. You signed Mr.
Jordan Subban for the AHL.
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. That's my ad right there. Jordan Subban for the AHL.
Alright, now we're done with our
Nothing.
season
Bringing back
previews.
Vanacek was dumb, and I mean, re-signing Ovechkin was smart, but I just don't agree with the contract.
Yeah.
Capitals
that's
set
gonna
very high standards.
Alright, boys, that's going to wrap up for Season 4, Episode 6 of the Power Skate Show. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button. That would greatly appreciate a ton. That's going to make us do more podcast videos in the near future. Next week, preseason. How happy are we? And with that... And with that, do you guys want to follow our personal Instagram accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskate Show for news, updates, when we go live, and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. Keep in mind, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting next week. Do you guys want to follow Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports on Instagram? Links will be in the description below. And check out his YouTube channel, Fluster Sports Zone, for his talk show on every Sunday.
Now Saturdays, now that football's here.
Oh, yeah, true. Saturday. And with that, tell all your friends to tune in to the Powerskate Show at 7:15 starting next week. And Grant, would you like to add anything?
Oh, no, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Good episode as always, and I can't believe I thought Michigan was Minnesota. Every day, folks. Nah, I'm kidding. I knew that. I don't know why I messed that up. But hope you guys had a good laugh, and man, see you guys next week.
Yeah. And with that, take it easy, and we will see you guys on the next show. Have a good night, everybody.